Well, hey, hey everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good, you know. Um, I kind of, have a kind of. I'm just built different. All right, I'm just built different. You know, a long time ago, a long time ago, right? There was a time when, I used to be human. But I transformed into a gay dog. Gay dogs that do this. You know. So if anybody questions why I stayed in sanity, no, what I when I stayed when I stayed normal, it's probably because, you know, I seen a lot of bad stuff in my past, like a lot of stupid fucking shit, It's not anybody's fault, it's my fault actually, because I put myself in that mindset, Um, but I want to respond to you what you mean by that. So, um, I'm not trying to come off as as somebody who knows some stuff, but um, you know, um, yeah, I'm I'm trying to understand, you know, not understand, but the reason why I keep going is because you know, I like to keep going because of my just everything, I like life, you know. Um, I think it's because of those video games I played in the 2000s, all those video games, like I used to play a shitload of video games, and I used to be really good at it. I used to complete every game. I used to nail every game. I used to complete it. I used to play single player games, and I used to cheat them. But I don't cheat them just because I want to cheat them. I cheat them because I played them a million times. So I'm not really trying to say that I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to say that, All I'm trying to say is, you know, I want to be a good guy, I mean, I've always been a good guy, but I'm technically a bad guy. But I'm still a bad guy, but I'm also a good guy. Um, Chris Josh, if you're hearing this message, then I would like to respond to you. If you respond to me, I'll respond to you. You know, um, you know, I come off as an aggressive person. I'm a very aggressive person. That's why I have so much testosterone, because I've been through so much. So I might have to get my testosterone checked. But if you ever want to talk, Chris Josh, just let me know, because I know you're a good guy. You really are a good guy. Thanks. No, not thanks, but like maybe I should explain myself a little bit. So, what I mean by this is, you know, um, um, I used to think, outside the box. You know, um, and that's a good thing because I grew up in the Wild West. You know, didn't mean to start any trouble with people over the past couple years. I just really don't like doors. I hate doors. And I also and I also am obsessed with windows and mirrors. Not obsessed with windows, but I'm obsessed with mirrors. You know. Yeah. So if you need anything, let me know, because you seem like a cool guy. So yeah. Um. By the way, I like your style, man. It looks cool. Um. I know you have questions about me. You're probably saying, how do I survive? How did I survive? You're probably saying to yourself, because I have I just have hairy balls. I mean, sorry, that was actually fucking disgusting to say to me, about me, But, I'm actually I'm actually a porn star, Not really, I am, So, yeah. But, the reason why I'm saying this is because, You know, I used to be someone who was always nice, who played fair, but it's not who I am. You know, I'm very antisocial and narcissistic. Um, that's just my diagnosis, you know. Um, and I survived all that stuff because, you know, I knew this stuff was gonna happen, you know. So, you know, yeah. If I say a word, if I say a bad word or whatever, don't take it serious, you know, YouTube. Do not take it serious, YouTube, alright? I'm coming off as less angry now, okay? You know. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'll see you later, Chris Josh, alright? So, if you want to talk to me, let me know, man. Anything you want.